Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode number 81, and today we are returning with two massive games with our Tigers and two potentially series-defining games as well. We first take on PSG in the Champions League quarter-final second leg, trailing 3-1 after our first leg defeat in France, and then take on Middlesbrough in the FA Cup semi-final as we aim to get to the final for the second straight year and keep our chances of retaining our first and only trophy alive. And that's it. I was about to say 40 players games, I'll show you what's been gone off camera, but of course you knew there was nothing off camera because you saw the last two games in the last episode. So let's just dive straight into the first game of the episode. What a genius start. And it is, of course, PSG in the second leg. Now, of course, trailing 3-1, we do have an away goal, so there's that. But after missing a couple of great chances down the stretch, I'm feeling quite pessimistic. And if PSG score tonight, I think that will probably be that. So switching back to the 4-2-4 for this game, not the stupid 3-5-2 I played in Paris for no reason whatsoever. And these will be our instructions. I might change one or two things. First, load of crosses for our strikers that are better on the ground. And let's mix the passing up as well, as opposed to short passing, and I'm fine with everything else. So this is the team for the game then. 4-2-4, Raj in goal, a back four of Huck, Dimov, Demus and Jao. In midfield, Balut and Saidi with Miguel and Durbali on the wings, who really should have started in Paris. What was I thinking playing a 3-5-2? And up top together, Donnelly and Van Dijk. On the bench, Vicari, Sonogo, Time, Malone as Barkley, Olivier and Rogerio as well. So let's dive into it. First game, PSG, not feeling confident. We can still do this. Come on, Hull City. Noticing very early on that PSG playing a 4-1-4-1, so tonight expect them to control the possession battle, and I'd imagine their philosophy is going to be thinking, if we can keep hold of the ball, then they can't get chances. In the top left, as you can see, we're struggling to retain possession, and if they've just, I think it's Unai Emery who's in charge of PSG at this stage in the game, and he's out tactics me. Is that a word? He's tactically outclassed me. I mean, honestly, in the first leg, he got it totally right. In the second leg, he's getting totally right because we're getting towards half-time. We've done nothing, and it's still 0-0. He's out-coached me. He's tactically out-coached me over two legs, and I'm getting exposed. So 0-0 at the break. There's been nothing going on. So this is it now. I'm going to get aggressive at the break. I'm going to say, show me something else in the second half. We fired up pretty much everyone, and this is it. There was nothing in the first half. I'm way out of my depth, aren't I, in the Champions League quarterfinals? These managers just don't even consider me a real coach. They know I'm useless. I'm getting tactically outclassed by PSG. Tactically outclassed. They've rocked up playing a 4-1-4-1, holding onto the ball. We can't get chances because we've not got the ball. And there's definitely going to be a chance for them to hit us on the break and score in this game. I'm certain of it. And that will just embarrass me totally. But here's Saidi playing out wide towards Donnelly. Blanc heads it away, but Miguel nods it down towards Saidi. Come on, one chance and one goal. No, we're giving the ball away straight away. And now a chance for Dybala. And this is what I was talking about. Chance on the break here. Dybala still on the ball going down the left-hand side. If he wants to cross the ball, there's one man in the middle. He could have found him, but Rasmussen gets it away. Straight to Castillo, though. And PSG just recycle possession, get it straight back and hold on to the ball. And this is why we've had no chances in this game, due to them knocking it around and us only have two CMs and two wingers pushed up and not enough bodies to keep hold of the ball. Still 0-0, but 35 minutes to go. It's the only chance of the game so far. This is not going to end well. 65% possession for PSG. They knew how to get the job done tonight. They knew how to get the job done, and I have been totally outclassed. But 13 minutes to go. Van Dijk still has the ball and is running and gets around another and shoots, and Donnarumma makes the save. And that's our only highlight of the game so far. A nice solo run and a decent enough effort, but that was never going to beat the Italian. Still 0-0. It's over. I mean, the board only wanted us to reach the quarterfinals, to be fair. So it's not. I'm not devastated to be going out in the quarterfinals. Why am I targeting man support, targeting attack? I'm not devastated to be going out of the quarterfinals, and that's what the board asked us to do. But oh man, I'm so underwhelmed by our display over two legs, you know. And I only have myself to blame because tactically, again, I've been outcoached. I've been outcoached by PSG. And that's going to do it then. So we need to score 2 goals tonight. In the end, we couldn't score 1. And we couldn't even get like a clear-cut chance or any proper attack in this game. PSG held onto the ball. They knew how to get the job done. And that's it. We're out. The French side are going through. They could potentially score here if Barroso wants to run the length of the pitch. But Balut was covering. And that's it. 0-0 in an embarrassing way to exit the competition. Aggressively, I'm going to say. I'm far from pleased with what I've seen. Everyone's fired up apart from Jao. And he's now stressed out, and I'm stressed out now proving I'm out of my depth here in the Champions League. PSG are going for, is it Unai Emery? I think it is. No, it's Santos. It's Fernando Santos. Well, I must say, I'm not really that knowledgeable about. In fact, I don't even know who this guy is. But I probably should know. But Fernando Santos, my arch nemesis, has knocked me out of the Champions League and has totally embarrassed me. Brilliant. What did I say to start the episode as well? This is a series-defining episode. These two games are series defining. The first one finishes 0-0. I get tactically outplayed. We're out over 2 legs after an embarrassing first leg defeat. Yeah, this definitely does define the series, no doubt about it. Dear oh dear. I'm playing a Palace game, by the way. I'm definitely playing that Palace game because I can see us losing to the Borough in this semi-final. And there's a definite chance that'll happen. And I need to at least win once tonight. And I'm getting warned about Gianluca Esposito now. And this is the player that won me everything at Swansea. Donnelly's won us 1 trophy so far. He's nothing on Gianluca. Right, so here we go then. Second of 3 games today. I'm definitely playing that Palace game. I'm sorry, but I need to have a win in the league to make me feel better after that 0-0 against PSG. We've got Borough in the semi-final. This is on Sunday, I just realised. So that means that the other game must have been played already. And it was, and it's City 1. City beat Spurs 3-0, so they're back to the final. And how are we going to join them and have a repeat of last year's final? Well, let's find out. So we've got Borough then in the semi-final. And let's come through and get the win. So I was contemplating resting quite a few of my players for this game. But I don't think anyone deserves a night off. I don't think anyone deserves a night off after that sorry showing on Wednesday night. So I think I'll just play the exact same lineup. Maybe 1 or 2 changes. We'll take out Dimov for Sonogo. And we'll swap those 2 around because the Moose is better on his left foot. Has a better left foot than Sonogo. And I'll bring in Timon for Huck as well. And I said I wasn't going to make changes. I'm changing the entire team at this rate. Olivier for Miguel, who was poor. Ruggiero for Van Dijk, who had 1 shot, but other than that did nothing. And then again, Donnelly did nothing as well, but we'll keep Donnelly out there for the time being. And Kirkpatrick on the bench, perhaps for Milonas, and maybe put him in the box midfield. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I've totally lost it. After those back-to-back defeats against Bayern and who was it again? I've already forgotten now. Bayern and so no, it wasn't Bayern. It was PSG. Bayern. Where did they get Bayern from? PSG and Spurs. Since then, I've totally lost it. I've totally lost all my confidence when picking my team. But yeah, we'll go with this and we'll hope for the best. But I tell you what, I'm not feeling good at all. I think we're going out. I think we're going to get knocked out here. I really do. Raj in goal, back for a time in the Moose, Sonogo and Joe. Midfield Kirkpatrick and Saidi. On the wings, Olivier and Bali. And up top, Donnelly and Ruggiero. On the bench, Vakari, Dimov, Huck, Balut, Barkley, Miguel and Van Dijk. Actually, no, it's pretty keen on the bench for Dimov, just for some strange reason. And let's get to it. So, second game, Borough, semi-final FA Cup. We can't go out. We got to get through. Come on, Hull. Our season is unravelling. I mean, it genuinely is. Our season is genuinely unravelling. And I discussed this a couple episodes ago. I said that we were on course for a capitulation, and that's exactly what's happening. Come on, sort it out. Oh my god, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. Nothing happening in this game as well, just like the PSG one. And the first highlight is going to come to the Borough. Planas finds Barker, who shoots and hits the post, and Sano gets it away. Right, what's going on? What is going on? We've been dominated by Middlesbrough in the first half of this game, and we are all over the place. What is going on? Right, I am getting aggressive. I'm getting very aggressive. I am not happy with the performance out there. Everyone's fired up. Barley, I'm going to try and fire you up as well. You've been down and pressurised. I don't care. I'm going to fire up Donnelly even more so. Individual criticism about 7 times at the moment, I think. Honestly, this is just embarrassing now. This is just genuinely embarrassing. Nothing is going right, and we are all over the place. If we go out of the Champions League and the FA Cup as well, I am going to be livid. Who is in charge of Middlesbrough? I want to find that out. We'll find out after this highlight as Raj launched it long and looks for Donnelly. Goldson heads it away, but Saidi wins it back for us, and Kirkpatrick finds Olivier down left. Long ball to Ruggiero and cut up by Courtney House. Oh my word, seriously, this is why I always like short passing, because whenever we launch the ball long, we always surrender possession. Planas takes around Kirkpatrick, cross deflected shot comes in, and it's a goal! And Domaine is putting it off the crossbar, hits the underside of it and goes in, and Borough have gone in front. Sack me! I deserve to be sacked. I really, really do. Kirkpatrick, known for ball-winning midfield duties, tries to make a tackle and can't. To be fair, it's an unbelievable goal from Domaine on the half volley, I think it was. And Raj just couldn't get there. It just looped over him. and nestled neatly after hitting the other side of the crossbar and going. It's a lovely goal, and it's 1-0. Can we respond instantly? Cross cleared away. Derbali wins it back, and the French winger loses out to Gomez, and now come Barra again on the counter-attack. Planas finds Gianluca Esposito, the Italian stallion, to Planas, who's through and shoots deflected, and will get the danger away. What is going on, man? Seriously, what is going on? Ruggiero on the ball. Through to Kirkpatrick, and we need an instant reply. Olivier has timing on the overlap. Will he give it to him or go himself? No, he crosses towards Donnelly, who's taken down there, and that's got to be a penalty, and it is as well. Donnelly was blocked off, and the referee gives a spot kick, and Donnelly has a chance to score from 12 yards and get us back on level terms. Come on, Brian, if you miss this, you're getting subbed. Donnelly stands up to take it and scores. Yes, no nonsense from Brian Donnelly right into the bottom corner. Responds after a poor game against PSG by tucking away the penalty from 12 yards and making it 1-1. This is why the guy can never get dropped, man. Seriously, 44 goals, I think he has now for the season, or maybe 43. 43 or 44 anyway. That's an absurd amount of goals. And it's 1-1. And, you know, I just wish from time to time he didn't go into those goal-scoring slumps, because otherwise he'd be the perfect striker. Aside launched it long, and Pearson is going to get it away. Now we're turning up, though. It's taken that Borough goal to spark us into life, but now we're turning up and getting chances, and looking to get ourselves in front for the first time and turn the game on its head. Gio down the right finds Ruggiero. And Ruggiero back towards Gio. And the right back crosses towards Donnelly. Headed away. Ruggiero heads it in, no. Off the post. And it's 2-1. A quick fire double. And we've come from behind to lead. A crazy 6.5 minutes here in the second half. We're in front for the first time. And thank God for that. Gio down the right crosses. Goalkeeper gets caught in no man's land. And Ruggiero at 6'6". That's why he's back in the team. Heads it in off the post. I don't even know what the goalkeeper bothered diving there. But Ruggiero heads it in and it's 2-1. Thank God for that. Because I was going to say, if we lose this game, I'm going to rage quit life, let alone the game. So I'm getting absolutely furious right now at the way we've played. When you look at the stats as well, we've played poorly today, yet fortunately we're still in front. This really is a series-defining episode, no doubt about it. Esposito's on the ball and he lays it long towards Sterling and shoots, and Raj makes the save. And Joe gets it away. Big stop there by the captain as we're down to 10 mil. Olivier off the pitch receiving treatment. Still 2-1. We shall make some changes now with 22 minutes to go. We'll bring on Miguel for Olivier. And I think we'll make one more change maybe. Might bring on Barkley perhaps for Saidi for some more energy for the middle of the park as well. Maybe Balloon. Let's bring on Barkley. I already play Barkley these days, but I do like him. Right, so 11 minutes to go. We're going to much lower the tempo. And we're going to short pass, retain possession, play out defence, take off, look for overlap as well, work the ball into the box, keep the ball at the feet really, stick to positions even, dribble less, and be a little bit more disciplined in our play. Go to control as well, and we shall be a bit more structured too. And I think what we might do actually is change a little bit here and go to a 4-2-3-1. And I think what I'm going to do is take off Donnelly, who has scored, bring on someone to play through the middle as well in Balut. And we'll have Barkley as our attacking midfielder. We'll switch these roles around. So I'll have Kirkpatrick ball-in midfielder and Kirkpatrick deep-lying midfielder, deep-line playmaker even. Deep-line midfielder, deep-line playmaker. Switch our wing-backs to full-backs because now they're not on the overlap anymore. And we should try and close this game out, keep hold of the ball. And stop Middlesbrough from getting any more chances. So 10 minutes to go, we're almost there. And now all we've got to do is keep our foot on the ball and do what PSG did to us a few days ago. And a highlight here is we're just about to enter the final minute of normal time. As Timon finds Kirkpatrick. And the Scot finds Barkley through to Ruggiero, who shoots and scores. And that will do it. The big Brazilian with the goal makes it 3-1. And Barkley comes off the bench to grab an assist as well after I move him into the attacking midfield role. And it is 3-1. And we nicely worked the ball into the box there as opposed to launching it long like we were doing for most of the game, or so you suggest based on the stats alone. And that is going to do it. So 3-1 the final score, or so it appears. Yeah, that will do it. 3-1 the final score. And we are back to the FA Cup final for a repeat of last year's final as we'll once again take on Manchester City. So we didn't exactly play too well, even though João Pedro Sal says I think we can be pleased with the football we played. But I think what we did in this game was we sort of did what PSG did to us, really. We out-tactically coached our opposite number in the dugout. We'll praise Ruggiero for bagging a brace and getting us through to the final as well, plus Donnelly's goal too. And there you go. So we're through to the final. We'll take on City once again, just like last year. And well, I was outplayed by Santos for PSG in the other dugout. But this time, who did I beat? I beat Edwards. It was David Edwards I beat. David Edwards I beat this time in terms of tactics. Well done me. I say that, but it was really luck and guesswork as opposed to good tactics, wasn't it, really? But anyway, here we go. Third and final game then of today's episode. We take on Palace at home. So a League, Champions League, and FA Cup triple header. And let's come through and get the win and stay top of the table. So right now, as you can see, we've got a game in hand on United and we're 4 points clear. Does that mean United must have just drew the last game? They did. They did. Oh, wow. United must have slipped up as I was advancing. Yeah, they drew 0-0 against Watford. Our bogey team. Theirs as well, it seems. Good stuff. Well done, the Hornets. And Arsenal playing at the same time as us, I think. But right now, we're quite a few points ahead of them. Yeah, 11 points ahead. So they can still get back in it, but it's going to be quite tough for them. And a chance then, if we win this game, to extend the gap to 7 points at the top of the table and have a better goal difference record as well. So we may have lost to PSG, we may have had the Champions League, but if we end today's episode with a win in the FA Cup semi-final to get back to the final and beating Palace as well, I'll be pleased enough. So let's make our changes for this game. Then we'll stick with 4-2-4. And who shall we play for this game? Let's bring Dimov back in for Sanogo. Let's swap those two around. Let's bring Hack back in for Timon. Let's bring in Malonas as well for Kirkpatrick. Let's actually play Balut actually in box midfield role because I like him there. And so I'm making more change. Maybe I've. Do you know what? We could start. We could have Saidi give a night off and give Barkley a start actually. Did well coming off the bench against Borough and got an assist as well. So we'll go with experience then in the middle of the park. And we'll keep Ruggiero and Donnelly up top together as well. And I think we'll go with that lineup. So, same instructions then. And this will be the team. We've got a 4-2-4, Raj in goal, back four of Huck, Dimov, the Moose, and Joe. In midfield is Balut and Barkley. Wingers are Miguel and Bali, and up top Donnelly, and the boy that bad the brace, the Brazilian Ruggiero. On the bench, Fakari, Sanogo, Timon, Kirkpatrick, Malonas, Lecco, and Van Dijk as well. Let's get a win. Come on, Hull, and end strong with 2 wins from 2, and go 7 points clear at the top of the table. Well, I've certainly cheered up, that's for sure. I was really, really angry after that PSG game. I don't know if you could tell or not. I tried very hard to repress my rage when I do videos, because I know it's sort of like the in thing on YouTube, you know, everyone likes to see the reactionary, you know, like screaming and throwing stuff around the room and that, but I try and repress my rage because, well, I would have been raging like hell if Palace scored straight away, but I feel like these episodes in this series is a nice podcast feel, you know, it's a nice little sort of sit down, chat, describe the game, and it's the sort of thing you can sort of listen to in the background or watch as well, it's up to you. But anyway, I was raging like hell against the PSG game. Against PSG, I should say, after that loss. But anyway, I'm much cheered up now after beating Borough. And if we beat Palace as well, I'll be feeling good as well. So first highlight's going to come here. It's a long one, it seems, as Ruggiero wins that header and flicks it down to Bali, down the right-hand side. Space for the number 7 to stretch his legs and cross, which he does, and Stewart cuts it out. Are we getting a chance or a Palace? Ruggiero's won it back for us and finds Balut through to Donnelly, to Ruggiero, and now towards Donnelly. He could be through here. Brian's denied by a good stop by Fotheringham. Still 0-0 in this game. 3 minutes in. We're good to get the first clear-cut chance of the game. Now let's get the first goal of the game and take the early lead. And another highlight here, 8 minutes after that one, as Fotheringham's goal kick is headed away by Barkley, but Palace get the ball back. If they win this game, I will be raging like crazy. You better believe that, as Williams is on the ball and tries to play it through. It's deflected. We go straight back to a Palace player, and now Stewart down the left-hand side puts his foot on the ball before finding Amrani. And his pass is cut out by Dimov, and now maybe a chance on the break here as Balut receives the ball through to Ruggiero. As Donnelly ahead of him finds him, Brian's through, one-on-one, and hits the side netting. I was going to say it's the back of the net, it's the side netting. A golden chance spurned by Donnelly. Again, still 0-0. We started off strong. We just need to take one of these chances. Donnelly on the ball finds Willie Hack. Bali's free out wide, so he plays it to our French winger, who tries to play inside towards Miguel, finds him, and it'll drop to Dimov, and Blagabest Dimov scores once again. 5th of the year, and our goal-scoring centre-back puts us in front. So Donnelly can't finish for Toffee, but our centre-half can finish whenever he wants. Bali into Miguel, who I think was trying to pull the trigger or possibly cross, but instead was tackled, and Dimov puts it in at the near post and makes it 1-0. We go in front, but now a highlight directly afterwards. Whenever this happens, it always seems to be a goal for the opposition straight away. I think that's what happened in the Borough game, wasn't it? But a highlight directly afterwards, and I feel like Palace going to respond instantly here with the ball played through, but the Moose gets away, or maybe a chance for an anti-jinx in full effect. So Ruggiero finds Donnelly, and Brian on the ball is tackled. Oh, he's been awful today, hasn't he? As Demov wins it back and finds Barkley. Now Balut on the ball. Back towards Ross Barkley, surely. No, okay, wants to take on himself, fair enough. And Balut keeps on going. Well done, Balut. Wonderful run here. And still Balut now to Barkley. Better late than never. And Ross Barkley finds Donnelly. Through to Miguel. Miguel's through. Surely. Oh, should have been 2-0. Skies it way over the bar. We miss so many chances. It's infuriating. And now a highlight for Palace as well, as they get the ball down its left-hand side, cross the middle, but Raj is there to claim it as we're still up by a goal. I mean, we're the league's highest scorers by quite some distance, so I can't be complaining too much. And I said Donnelly can't finish for Toffee. He has scored 43 goals this year, you know, as Miguel's down left-hand side, and maybe a chance here for his 44th. He wants to cross, which he does. Donnelly can't win a ball in the air, though, which he never does, and Palace will get the danger away. This has been a very action-packed start to this game. Certainly more goals in this one, and maybe one here for the away side as Williams down left-hand side tries to cross, and he does, and Raj makes a brilliant save at his near post, and we scramble the danger away. There's going to be more goals in this game, mark my words. I love that song. Justin Bieber, like, I know he was ridiculed a lot in his early career, but I'll tell you what, his album, that Purpose album, was that last year or maybe the year before? That was a banger, that was. Absolute banger. Anyway, chance for Palace, and it's cleared by Balut through towards Donnelly. And, sorry, I should explain, Mark My Words is the first song on that album, Purpose. That's why I was humming there. And Palace get the ball back. I don't know why I added that bit in there, just in case you were confused. But still, Barkley through to Barley down the right-hand side, through towards Ruggieri. Should win it in the air, and he does. Through towards Donnelly. Donnelly tackle, but it was dropped to Ruggiero. Oh, what a goal! And Ruggiero has banged it in from range. Foderingham couldn't keep it out, right into the top corner, and it's 2-0. This guy's on fire right now. I think that was 50 goals for Ruggiero as well. He was Player of the Year last year somehow, and that might be a contender for Goal of the Year. Foderingham gets a touch on the ball but can't keep it out. It's a wonderful strike right into the top corner, and we lead by 2. And as things stand, we're surely on course now to be going 7 points clear, but I want more goals. Come on, Ruggiero on the ball. Plays it into Balut, has Donnelly ahead of him, finds him, and Brian through to Ruggiero, and there is the third goal, and Ruggiero is just on fire right now. Van Dijk, £43.5 million, but can't get off the bench, because this big boy is just unbelievable. Ruggiero to Donnelly, who may not be scoring today, but he can assist, gives it to his bro, and Ruggiero with a lovely finish into the top corner. Again, he said, I'd hit the top corner to Foderingham's left. This time I'm going to his right, and I'll put it in the top bins once again. 3-0, and surely now 45 minutes to go. Points are already in the bag. They bring on Lecco at the break for the Bardi as well. He's not done too much in this game, and I like Lecco. He doesn't play that much nowadays. We'll see what he can do. And with half the game still to go, there's certainly time for Palace. I mean, when you look at the stats there, you'll see we've not exactly dominated or anything. We've just been a lot more clinical. So why don't we do that against PSG? Kind of annoyed Donnelly hasn't scored in this game, because Brian right now is 1 goal away from setting a new Premier League record in this save for most goals in a Premier League season. Currently, Dybala and Donnelly have it shared with 37. If he scores 1 more goal in the remaining Premier League games, he'll win the record for most amount of goals in a PL season. So I'm very reluctant to take him off for that reason alone. And hopefully he can find it with 30 minutes to go, as Lecco is down the right-hand side. He's off the bench and takes it around 1 and crosses, and there is Donnelly. Oh, and there it is, right on cue, the record. Brian Donnelly scores 44 for the year and 38 Premier League goals. And you're now looking at my love child, who is also the record holder for most goals in a Premier League season. Lecco with the cross, and he did it with a header as well. He never wins header, Brian Donnelly, but that's how he gets the record. What a bizarre episode. And now I can take him off. So Van Dijk can come on and play alongside Ruggiero. And we'll lead that for now. Oh, get in, Brian. Get in as Jao goes down the right-hand side with his tackle by Hendry. I was so reluctant to take him off because I wanted him to do it in this episode as well. And he has done it for us. Well done. As Miguel's done left, finds Donnelly. Does he want another goal to cement the record? No, he crosses towards the edge of the area, but Davies gets it away and Hack wins it back. Finds Ross Barkley. He can shoot, and oh, yes, right to the bottom corner. And that's why he's starting tonight. 5-0 Hull. This has been a brilliant game. Hack on the ball, gives it to Ross Barkley, and our experienced midfielder who played his way to a new contract last season has gotten a 1-year extension this year for next season as well, and you can see why. 5-0 now, and I mean the points have been in the bag since half time really, and that is going to be enough. Ruggiero's tiring a little bit, so I kind of want to take him off, but he's on course for a hat-trick at the moment, so I'll keep him on for the time being. And Palace looking for a consolation goal, and I got it as well. Oh my word. Williams, is that George or Johnny? I think it's George Williams, yeah, who scored for Palace and makes it 5-1. And what a goal that was. Borough scored a lovely goal in the cup semi-final. That one's even better. Takes one touch right to the top corner. Raj has been beaten twice today, but I can't blame him for either goal. They've been fantastic. And yet another highlight directly after that as well. Where are all these highlights in the second leg of the PSG game, for goodness sake? Miguel crosses, and Barkley's there and puts it into the open goal as Wesley was caught in no man's land. And it is 6-1 to the Tigers. What an episode. Miguel down left crossing, looking for Rogério, looking for his hat-trick. Goalkeeper caught in no man's land, and Barkley says, good, because I'll put it into the open goal and make it 6-1. So now he's on for a hat-trick as well. So I think instead I can't take either of them off now. So instead I'll take off the Moose for Sonogo, which is a bit of a weird change, but he's the most tired one out there. And there you go. So, oh man, this has been an absolutely crazy episode. So I've got to say, you can see why we're top of the table right now. Our last 2 league games are going to be 6-1 victories, as Palace have made it 6-2. Oh, I'll tell you, this episode really is series defining. I've been tactically outplayed. We've had a couple of lucky goals. We've had a couple of, well, a couple of screamers scored against us. A long ball goal as well. And I've been made to look like an idiot based on my commentary alone. So 6-2, Palace have reduced the deficit if nothing else. And proof we can't defend as well. But at least we're going to win. At least we're going to win. 5 minutes to go. Are we going to score another goal and make it 7-2 as Barkley finds Balut through to Van Dijk. And Van Dijk to Miguel, releases Willy Hack. Great chance here to cross if he wants to. And oh, Rogerio's at the back, so we couldn't find him. Lecco now plays it across, and Van Dijk off the bench makes it 7-2. We're going 7 points clear, and we just can't stop scoring in the Premier League. Not the Champions League, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone out in the quarters today. Grrr. Lecco on the ball, centres it, and Van Dijk from 4 yards was never going to miss that one. 7-2. And Hull City this year in the Premier League have just been unbelievable at putting the ball in the back of the net. And you can see why we're going top by 7 points as well. And with 4 games to go, destiny is firmly in our own hands. And I think in the... No, we can't do it next game, can we? I think in 2 games' time, we might be able to win the title if Manchester United lose both of their games, which is highly unlikely, but still possible. But anyway, 7-2 the final score and a great win. I was obviously really annoyed about the PSG game, but truth of the matter is we're just not good enough. We're not good enough to win the Champions League. Not with me in charge anyway, that's for sure. But, you know, I said that I wanted to beat United domestically. And, you know, we're through to our second FA Cup final in 2 years. We're still the holders of that competition as we can try and retain it. We are currently top of the table by 7 points as well, with United in second as well. So at least we're doing it domestically, if not in Europe. And if nothing else, that's something. That's something. And why are my players valued so low? Balut for 23 million. Look at the guy's stats. I mean, he's decreasing right now, so I'm not against selling him if he's going to be decreasing. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know why my players are valued so low. But anyway, that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. With 4 games to go, we're 7 points clear at the top of the table. And surely we're not going to choke this one away. So I think, as we look at the schedule here, I think we should probably return for the next 2 games. I think what we should do now is probably play the final 5 games of the season all on camera, because at any moment we could be crowned champions. We can't be crowned. We could actually no. We could. We could be crowned champions in the very next game if we win and United lose. I think. So yeah, we may as well come back for the very next 2 games. And if we've not done it in the next episode, then the episode after that, and hopefully we don't lose them both and totally choke and let United back into the title race. But we're almost there. We're 1 win away if United lose. And yeah, so we'll come back for the very next games then, against Villa away and City at home, where we could be crowned champions, possibly at Villa Park. So thanks for watching, guys. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend coming up. And I will see you for the next episode in my Football Manager series very soon. Yeah, see you then. Bye.